Yeah, this is Tim Ward with Guard Digital Marketing. So I got this video coming to you as promised here. Got the website pulled up, which we'll take a look at here in just a second. I do like to start out on a Google search page here for these videos. So what I've typed into the search bar here is roofing Little Rock, Arkansas. And this is what we consider to be a keyword, more specifically buyer intent. And of course, it's very relevant to you. Now, there's going to be a few separate ways or different ways that your potential clients are going to be typing in to the search bar looking for this type of company, a roofing company in Little Rock. The main key here, since about 75 to 80% of people are going to stick on the first page when choosing a company, is to rank on the first page for as many of those different keywords as possible. Now, the first option that we're seeing a few different companies do is run the pay-per-click ads, these Google guaranteed ads. Definitely a great option, especially if you aren't ranking organically quite yet, or you haven't even started that process. This is a great way to start getting in leads to your company. Now, the only downside is about 80% of people are going to instantly disregard these. So you're going to be grabbing potential clients from a smaller pool of people, but these still do close at about a 30 to 40% conversion ratio. And you're only paying for people that actually click on these. So still a great option, just not the best long term, I believe. So I think long term wise, it's best to rank organically where you can. And you can do that two separate ways through Google, through a business profile that you can create through them or through an actual website. Now, the business profile is going to be very crucial for about the 10-mile radius around where it's located through, which is typically your office, right? So you're really only going to be able to rank, within Little Rock and not even necessarily as a whole sometimes. Now, and that's especially if people are going to be looking up, roofing near me. That's generally going to be within that 10-mile radius. Now, if somebody's looking up roofing Little Rock like we are here, then of course they're going to be able to pull for most of the companies that are listed for, doing work within Little Rock. Now, a few key features that are going to help you be able to rank your business profile higher up. Okay, there's a lot of factors, but the main ones I'm going to go through here with you without diving down into this rabbit hole. The first one is going to be through photos. Okay, I'm just going to use natural state for the example here. I would definitely be uploading as many photos as you can that are, of course, relevant to you guys. And I would take these pictures yourself and make sure they're geo tagged through the pictures as well. And you can do that if you have an Android or an Apple product, an iPhone. There's a quick setting that you can flip into, and it'll actually geo tag all your photos that you take. So before and afters, during the process, maybe inspections, whatever it is, the crew's working. I'd be posting photos up here every single week. Also, the bio section about your company, make sure that's filled out 100%, 750 characters to fill out there. Make sure you're getting great reviews from all your customers, and then you're actually responding to them through your business profile as well, because that again tells Google at that point, hey, take into effect, I really care what people have to say about my work. So that's going to gain credibility with Google there. And then typically one last thing that's going to help, again, without going way far down through all the different things that you can do, is there's a little website, one page that you can create through your business profile with Google. I would create that. You're not going to be able to rank that for anything, but it does actually help when it comes to ranking the business profile. Now, for a website, very similar features and how you're going to be able to rank them. But a big thing about a website is it's not only going to be able to help you, in your main service area or where your office is located at in Little Rock. It's definitely a way if you can rank both here and with the website, you're going to capitalize on that audience the most. But if you wanted to start and stray out in some of these outlying areas and get work in other areas besides Little Rock, and you want to start to expand, this is definitely a way that a website can help you. Okay. Now, I did pull up Garcia and Son as your top competitor for ranking their website. So we'll take a look at them here in a little bit to their website and see if we can't learn a couple of things from them. Now, let's go ahead and take a look at your website. So right off the bat, I think, looks wise, it's not a horrible look to the website. It's definitely not going to instantly disregard somebody that comes in here. I would, of course, have some call to action buttons. Maybe this call us would be clickable to get to the contact page, and some more call to actions throughout the content as well. And what a call to action does is it's going to create better conversion rates once you get somebody into your actual website. Okay. Now, also, I'd definitely be looking at optimizing the actual content that's within here. Main reason here is Google typically wants to see a bare minimum of about 500 words of content on your home page, okay? And you could go up to 2,000, but you really want to take a look at what are some of your top competitors doing. And I've taken a look at quite a few of them, and Garcia and Son being one of them. This is their main piece of content on their home page, so they're fairly slim when it comes to the amount of content that they have on there as well. So that's one way you can instantly just beat them out on, is just having the correct amount of content on your home page, okay? And a quick little rule of thumb with keywords is you definitely don't want to overstuff them. But what you can do is typically benchmark of every 150 words of content, you can have one of those keywords within there. Again, without overstuffing, still seeming organic, so on and so forth. And I definitely would be building out quite a few more pages within here talking about the different services and things of that nature. Just again, you seem more organic. You're laying out the website better. Definitely filling in your potential clients with a lot more information. And that's really going to show Google that you're not only the service provider, but you have a plethora of knowledge as well that you can share with your potential customers. And that's why a lot of websites now are involving a blog within it. So the next feature I want to go into is this paid program called Ahrefs. It gives me this dashboard of numbers so we can do a couple of comparisons between your website and your top competitor here. So these first two numbers I just highlighted are strength and trust ratings that Google has for your website, and they're ranked out of 100. So they are low, but really once you hit a benchmark of about 30 and above for each of these, you're going to be considered a pretty powerful website at that point. Even so, we know we have low ratings, so not much trust built out with Google yet. Now you build that strength and trust through these backlinks that are coming from these different referring domains. Now backlink is any clickable text or image linking one website to another. And basically what it does is it acts as a thumbs up vote for Google, okay? So if other domains trust you enough to create a backlink for you, linking your website through theirs, again, it's going to build up a little bit more trust with Google because other websites trust you already. Now, the main thing with these is you need to get backlinks from authoritative referring domains. Authoritative meaning they already have high strength and trust within Google. So once you do acquire a backlink from them, it's going to help your ratings in return. Now, we can also see with your keywords, right, within the content, you're not indexing for as many as you definitely should be. You're only indexing for 5 right now, and you're not getting any traffic from that. And we can go in here and actually see the keywords, see if you're indexing for any of those. So yeah, you are indexing for, a lot of the ones that you want to try to, these buyer intent for Little Rock, roofing, Arkansas keywords. There's definitely more of them that you want to try and index for. I've done the research. So there's, and looking at Garcia and Sons, you'll see through there as well. So I know there's a handful of more for Little Rock that you can try and rank for. But obviously, being on what could be the 7th to the 10th page of Google, you're really not going to get any eyes back far through the Google search. Now, if we go over to Garcia and Son, we can see their strength and trust is quite a bit higher, especially that homepage trust. From building out more backlinks, they're also indexing for quite a few more keywords, bringing in almost 600 traffic. Now, I do know from looking at them a few times, this first part of the biggest part of traffic they're getting really isn't going to generate them many leads or potential customers, and we can see why. So it's Garcia Roofing, which is where they're getting 175 of their traffic from, and from the volume we can tell this is a nationwide keyword search, and really potentially a lot of the people that are clicking onto the website aren't necessarily within their general area of service, right? So I would say potentially a lot of that's nullified, but we can look down through here, right? Roofing Little Rock, roofing companies Little Rock, roofing company, roofers in Arkansas, even over branching the entire state, so on and so forth. But let's just take this first one, for example, roofing Little Rock. That gets 250 searches per month. They're generating or getting about, just over 10% of that per traffic because they're third position. So they're fairly high up on that page. Now, industry standards for a buyer intent keyword as such, you should generate from this traffic, as long as your website's set up correctly, about 30% of that traffic should turn into a lead for you, whether that's filling out some type of form and sending that through an email to you. so you can reach out to them, or calling you directly via phone call. So, I wouldn't be surprised if, from slow months to more, high impact months, during the spring, summer, and fall, I wouldn't be surprised if they're generating from anywhere from maybe 20 on the very low end during these slower months that we're in now, to 50 and above on some of the, upper end months of leads that they're generating for roofing in Little Rock, just for being able to rank on a lot of these for the first page. And even the lower position that they get higher up on the page, they'll definitely be generating even more leads for the company. So with that being said, I think this is plenty of information that you can go off of and start to implement on your own if you would proceed to do that way. Always feel free to reach out to me as well if you have any further questions or concerns. I'd be happy to answer any of those as I can. And then other than that, have a great rest of your day, and I hope to hear from you soon. Thanks.